Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to have a look at some other free assets from this month. And the first one that we're going to have a look at is the modular low poly robots. So here it is. It required me to create a new project, and essentially what this is like a car thingy with all kinds of different vehicles. All of them are low poly, so these might be really good for a mobile game development. So real quick, let's just have a quick look at some of the vertice counts for these models. So as you can see, 5,000 vertices for this guy, 5 for that one, again nearly 6, 5, 7, 5, 4.5, 6.5. So it's really low vertice count, and these models look really cool in my opinion. So let's have a look at it. So let's hit play, and let me do this in the full screen better. And once we spawn, we are over here. We can look around and we can change the vehicle's appearance. So first we can change the chassis type. So we have the regular 4 wheels, 6 wheels. We have a tank chassis, tank long chassis, advanced. So these are cooler chains. Then we have the screw drive chassis, hover, and spider. There we go. So you can see the spider one in the background. It moves like that, and that's exactly how it does. It looks pretty cool. So we can also change the body. There's 3 types of bodies and also 4 types of sizes for them. I mean 4 different bodies and 3 types of sizes, my bad. And then we can also attach some weapons to this. Unfortunately, from what I understand, these weapons do not work at this point, but well, we can attach these, and obviously we could probably code it up to make them shoot probably quite easily. Also, we can change the color. Here we go, and let's hit play. Let's have a look at this thing. So we can zoom in and out. As you can see, this is what it looks like. I'm turning one side to another side, going forward, and this thing looks pretty darn cool. So also there are some AIs that have some kind of a pathfinding thing. I think they are using waypoints, if I'm not mistaken, and then they follow those waypoints. So this thing could be really cool for some kind of a mobile game, I think, since this is a very low poly count, and we could create some kind of a strategic game out of this. And I'm a little bit stuck now. So yeah, like you see, there's quite a lot of vehicles. I found this one to be really cool. The screw chassis seems really interesting. Here we go. So there's all kinds of types of vehicles, and I think this could come out as a pretty cool strategic game if we set those all up to be like AIs, make them battle each other and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this pack, and let's get into the next one. The next one is the third-person story adventure map. So let's hit play on this one. We have some sounds in it. The movement is quite interesting. And we can inspect some elements. So we have a mug, we have a book, so we can have a look at it.
This book has no title. Strange.
That's cool. We can rotate the object around, we can inspect that, we can put it back. We can grab another object.
A black mug. I wish it had coffee in it.
Yeah, coffee would be nice. What else we got here?
Wow. How long has that been? Brings me back to the old days.
That's cool. So we can have a look at some pictures. And this is the simple.
A black mug. I wish it had coffee in it.
This is a simple inspection. That is an advanced inspection. What else we got here? So we have a inspect plus pickup.
Just another empty mug.
Oh, we can take that. Take item plus IK. So we can take that. This is take item sequence. That's cool. Some cinematic effects. We have a resting spot, or you can sit down. We have a cinematic look at this. We can leave at any point we like, with some nice animations over here.
This looks like a nice spot to get some rest.
And inspecting things and all that stuff. Cinematic dialogue. So let's go ahead, let's talk to this guy.
Haven't seen you here before. How are you doing?
Hey there. Just checking out the demo.
Are you enjoying the demo so far?
Yeah. It's great.
It's great.
Great to hear that. Don't forget to leave a rating if you're happy with it.
Right. Supporting developers sounds good to me.
Perfect. Well, have a good time. That's it for now. Talk to you later.
Yeah, see ya, guy. See ya, my guy. What else we got here? So we have some controls for the gamepad, for the mouse and keyboard, sub-level transition. So let's. Here we go. Okay, so we got this one. Let's go back. So that one is, there is actually a room like that over there, but behind this door there is no other level. So enter example room. So we have a loading screen. There we go. Some pictures, some inspection. Look out the window. The sun is really bright though. There we go. So we have a bed. We can lay down in the bed. There we go. We have some cinematics. Yeah, so that's about it for this one. Looks pretty darn cool, to say the least. I'm really...
I know this book. I loved reading it when I was a kid. Kidding.
Yeah, so this thing looks pretty cool. It has some dope animations, some dope cinematics. These inspection thingies are really cool. So this really could make a pretty good story-based game, like where you just talk about stuff and just examine things and look for clues and all that stuff. This could also be a pretty cool template, I think, for like a scary game as well. Also for like child's friendly, all kinds of different things I think could come out of this, and it would be pretty cool. Press tab to open the backpack. Okay, so there's also an inventory. So let's go ahead, let's real quick grab this. Let's take the mug.
Just another empty mug.
Okay, let's take that. Hit tab, have the inventory, and there we have our mug. So that's pretty cool. I can't go back though. Have journal. Journal. How does that work? Can we?
Wow. How long has that been?
Okay.
Brings me back to the old days.
And then there we go, and it saves that information over there as well. So yeah, this template seems to be really cool, and I'm wondering what people could actually make with this, because I think this can turn out into a really amazing game just by changing a couple of models and creating a few levels with this. So the next one is a stylized forest pack, which looks really cool. Also the vertice counts are quite low. So this is a pretty well put together asset pack, which everything seems to be in check. All the colors seem to match up nicely and all that stuff. Looks really cool. And this material that they are using is also really interesting, because there are quite a few cool things. So first and foremost, if we would now start painting something, where let's find a spot where there are really no assets, like over here. If we make this bigger, you can see it auto colors itself, so that's really cool. We have this creates like a rock when it's like really steep, and then there's grass on the top, as you can see right here. Also the grass, the foliage instances are also automatically generated by the material. Also, if you are wondering how to create these materials that are procedurally generating the foliage, then make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because that video is going to come out very soon, within the next couple of days probably. And also, since this material is so cool, you can also just paint on it, and it's going to automatically create like a road over here, and it's going to remove the grass from this location, so we can paint it all off. Let's make the brush strength a little bit better, size maybe a little smaller, so we can paint our own paths and there's going to be no grass on them whatsoever. Or if we want to have the grass, we just paint it on, give it a couple of seconds to compile. Boom, there we go. And there's no grass over here, because I guess that's a different one. I guess then we need this one. Yeah, there we go. So this is the one. So we paint this one, we have grass. If we don't want to have grass over there, like the foliage, if all we want is the color itself, then we can just paint this, and there we go. And then we have no foliage, no grass over there, just some green material. There we go. So this is a really cool pack, and as I mentioned before, the vertice counts are pretty low. So if we have a look at the meshes, so the stones are like 78 vertices, 89, 412, but there's, as you can see, there's a bunch of rocks in this one. This one's 412, 300, 300, 420, 277. This one's a bit bigger, but as you can see, the model itself also is a bit bigger, and quite an interesting shape for that. Also like the trees, these are like this one's like the heaviest model out here, like the biggest one, 14, nearly 15,000 vertices. Everything else, as you can see, are the first couple of thousands, and these logs and such isn't even a thousand vertices. Here are the plants, also very low vertice count. This again is the heaviest one, 1,500. As you can see, a huge bush, and the material is really cool. It's moving around and all that stuff. Now this next pack, I'm having a slight issue. Like the vertice counts on these models are not like insanely big. For some of them they are quite a bit bigger than maybe they should be. Overall, it doesn't look like they're too massive when it comes to vertices, but my PC cannot handle it. So even after deleting a lot of this stuff, I'm not really able to look at it. There's still a lot of lights, obviously. I continuously keep on deleting those, but when I hit play, as you can see, this is really laggy for me. So unfortunately, I'm not really able to look at this the way maybe it should be looked at, because obviously this does look really good. It's a nice looking template, but my PC just simply cannot handle this. Now also they have this light level available. This one is a little bit more better when it comes to performance, at least on my machine. As you can see, there's a lot of garbage on the ground, so all those models and all that stuff is basically killing my performance, and it's killing it insanely. So unfortunately, like I said, I can't really review this good enough, but it does look really good. So if you are making something for like really high-end stuff, then I mean, this is the way to go. These models do look really good. It's just that simply that my older hardware is not able to handle this thing that well. So let's have a quick look at the asset overview. This is gonna make my GPU a little bit happier. So there's quite a lot of things. So first, let's start with this side right here. So we have all kinds of fencing wall pieces like this one. So we have open gates, we have closed gates, we have some other modular pieces that we can put together. We have some kind of doors. Then back here we have all kinds of signs, so some ads and that stuff. Then we have the quarantine area, so I guess it's with the Rona, this this is a little bit in the theme. Now there's also some other modular pieces like this one. This is really cool. It's in my opinion, at least, this is very skinny model, but it is two-sided, so that's really dope. One thing that I don't like about these though is, like I said, the vertice count is a little bit questionable. So this piece right here essentially is just a blank wall, but for some reason it has a lot of vertices on it. Now if you zoom in on this, it doesn't really look like there's a lot of formation, like forms for this model. It looks really flat regardless. So I don't really fully understand why it is that way. Maybe for Unreal Engine 5 it will work a little bit better with the nanite technology, but for Unreal Engine 4 you could achieve this even probably a better effect with a proper material rather than having this many vertices in basically just a two-sided plane, right? We have an old vending machine, we have some litter like this. We have body bags, that's a little creepy. Some cables, some more signs, some police, do not cross, some barriers, generator, cinder blocks, pallets, signs, cardboard boxes, all kinds of goodies over here. So if you are developing for a high-end platform, then I mean this is the way to go. These assets do be looking pretty cool, but unfortunately for my my vertical limit, this isn't going to cut it. So that's going to be it for this month's asset review. I'm gonna have another video on the building system, and also if you're wondering about the where is the Pro Instance tool plugin, then just know that it is already on my channel. I reviewed it yesterday and showed a little bit how it works and how to get it running. So thank you for watching, and yeah, see you in the next one.